question, one quick question. Do you like to snack? Do you? Well, I do. I like to eat. I like good food. But I also like snacks. You know, all kind of snacks. But when people talk about healthy food, usually that's something like, a meal, it's kind of a drink, it's something like that. And healthy snacks usually, well, there are many, many healthy snacks, but sometimes they don't look appealing, or you can't even remember their name because it's kind of I don't know. Well, I cannot remember any right now, so sorry. But recently, to me that means in the last year too, I discovered cool snack called, well, Bite Me. Oh yeah, it actually is so inviting to bite it. And they have something that was really, really, really cool and strange in a way, because a lavender flavor. It's not just a flavor because it's a healthy snack, so there's actually lavender there. A cool company here from Croatia doing healthy snacks. Now imagine that, having a startup in a little country called Croatia, in the middle of the Europe, creating and selling, producing the healthy snacks. Now, you probably want to know more about this, don't you? So, stay tuned. We're beginning another Startup Rant episode with the co-founders, two brothers of Bite Me. Well, it's recording. It's recording. Hello, hello, hello. We have some people here from interesting company. I'm just gonna say, as it's written here, it says Bite Me. So you two, please, your names and why should I bite you?
Well, not really to bite us, but bite into our story, for sure. You know, we are in the business of healthy snacking, and one of the most important elements when you are in this industry, which is very competitive, is that you establish the first connection with the consumer so that they are attracted with the packaging and with the brand name. And we were thinking, okay, what is the most logical name of the brand to present what we are, what is our attitude, and what you should do with our products. So Bite Me was the name. Yeah.
So, yeah. Please, Luka, tell more.
The other part was to introduce ourselves. So we are actually brothers, as you can see. So my name is Luka, and this is Edo, and we are co-founders of Bite Me. Yeah.
So I really love this new normal, because right now when I ask a question, I actually remember that I'm just gonna go check a little bit of Bite Me in the Oxford Dictionary. What they say. So we're not gonna repeat that, but I'm gonna read something. I'm gonna read something that says on your portfolio. It says Bite Me is a premium. So you said snack. Yada yada. Okay, but I'm gonna go with the premium, all natural brand without compromise on the quality of its ingredients, not the power of its delivery. It caters to forward thinking, fits consumers that cherish their well-being and cares about the quality of their meals, snacks, and general structure of their nutrition. And I find that really interesting, because I'm just gonna tell something to our dear listeners and our viewers here. I like to have like a little smell in the office, and I'm in my hand. For the listeners, they don't see that, but I'm gonna say that I have like this kind of a little bit bag of the lavender, right, which is really big in Croatia as well. But also, I like to snack on your candy bar, Bite Me, and you put lavender inside. Now, for me, that's like really, really, really cool. But can you explain a little bit more? How do you come up with this?
Okay. No, first of all, I don't know where you read that text about us. It's really fantastic written. When I heard it, it was, wow, that's a great brand. I need to try the products. So thank you very much.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I write something. I don't know. It's about you. Yeah,
it sounds perfect. It explains us and our brand in a perfect way, So when you really jumped into the point of Mediterranean with the lavender flowers, this is actually the essence of our brand. So we want to take the ingredients and take the formulations which nobody in the market is willing to mix in their products, because everything. When you look at the brands around the globe that are producing similar kind of the products, they always are partially guided with say Excel file, looking at the ingredients they put inside, what is the cost of the ingredients and how big margin they can earn if they save some money on some ingredients which are cheaper. And for us, this was not really a compromise that we want to do, because ourselves, we are former athletes, and now we are businessmen, or at least trying to be a businessman, spending a lot of hours in the office, and we really like to have a good snack to help us to endure throughout the day. So yeah, McDonald's is good, but actually having some healthy snack is a little bit better. And while developing the formulations, we were thinking, okay, what would we eat every day? And that's it. That was the reason why we started putting some crazy different ingredients inside.
Yeah.
And it tastes good.
Yeah. And we were actually inspired by our heritage, Croatia and so on. So as you said, lavender is pretty popular here. So it was like normal to try it out.
We have seen, you can, if you go in some souvenir shops across the coastline on the Adriatic region, you will see that there are some chocolates with lavender flowers there. To be honest, they don't taste always good. So I tried a couple of them. It was edgy and not really something I would buy again. But in our blend, where we don't have any chocolate, just to keep that in mind, we have the products which are made only out of dried fruits, nuts, spices, and the lavender is one of the spices actually that we use in the products, so that they have a different aroma.
So this is really interesting, because right now I'm drinking coffee here, and people who know me know that I like to drink a lot of coffee. And the interesting part of this today is I'm actually tasting a coffee with mushrooms, which my wife would say like, right, you're gonna taste everything that's like weird, right? So when she saw that I brought some chocolates, like she was like, that's not chocolate, which I said, yeah, this is so cool. And what you mentioned right now, there is no chocolate. There's there is this favorite brand called Snickers, which is actually named by the horse of the Mars family. People don't know that. Many people don't know that it's not named about the planet. It's named about the Mars family from Seattle. Actually, it's a little town near Seattle. But what makes you different? Is it hard to sell? Like, this is a bar. It's a sporty. It's really cool. Everything you got there. It does have lavender inside, but it's good lavender. And how do you sell that to investors or people around the world? Oh, we can skip this question if it's hard.
No, Edo is in charge for sales, So
okay, Edo, please sell this to me.
be prepared for presentation. Okay?
Yeah.
Roll out the presentation. To be honest, we started developing the brand. It's 3 years now since we started, since we founded the first formulations and started preparing the products. And we tried with several startup competitions, and always hoping that somebody will understand us and say, okay, guys, you are doing something healthy, beneficial for the environment, for the people. We will support you. Didn't happen. So, yeah, obviously.
They didn't bite.
They didn't bite, yeah. But what happened during these pitches to the jury and etc., we learned where we need to improve our presentation, and by coincidence, we were also competing at the Startup Factory in Croatia, and there we were making it to the finals. And one of the jury members was actually not really polite to us during the pitch, but afterwards we challenged him, convinced him that he must try the product. And by some luck, the guy was from the food industry. And then he said, okay, guys, you have something extraordinary. Can we do something for you? I said, yeah, we need to find the investors. And this is how we started preparing everything. Changed our mindset a little bit, because in the beginning everything we were doing handmade. It was very slow process, not really high quantities. You couldn't have the low prices the consumers would like to have it. So with him, we kind of changed our approach, find the investors. The seed investment was quite impressive for us. It helped us to assemble the team, to position our brand in a different way, to produce the packaging, to start the marketing activities, to start selling. And it's now 6 months that we are in the market, and we are already selling to 5 countries around Europe. We are speaking with 20 more countries. We are selling in quite big retailers like Tush Drogerie, Kaufland, now also Dem, Miller, all these drugstores, pharmacies, food retailers. They are kind of attracted with the product, and they started buying the product. So it was not really the easy way. It took us 3 years to come to this point, but it made sense at the end.
And I like when I go to your webpage, I see lots of like sporty people. Like I'm not in sports. It's like, I went with my wife and kid to local, well, in Zagreb, it's a big park like Maksimir, and we went for whole day there. We've been there whole day, and I was like, I need some magnesium, I need some painkillers, and I need some rest. But when I go to your page, they're like rock climbers, bike people from all over the spectrum, praising the bars, and I was like, bite me, you people. What's inside that? Like you mentioned, like you come from the sport, you come from that kind of environment. Is that at least a little bit helpful, that you can actually have maybe not like consumer base, but as a test base for like improvements, for testing of the products or something like that?
So yeah, we are working a lot with the athletes, and as you mentioned, we are very strongly connected with this community, because at the end our products are the source of the energy. The only thing is that these athletes, which are mostly related to the outdoor sports like biking, cycling, I don't know, running, triathlon, Ironman, etc., they are all looking for the more healthy alternatives compared to the existing sport nutrition products in the market. So this is the reason why in our brand, in our products, they found that they will have a support which they need from a nutritional perspective. So they will get enough of the energy, enough of the proteins, fiber, vitamins, minerals, etc. Which is now when I'm mentioning this and remembering you mentioned the Snickers, yeah, a little bit better than Snickers in those terms. So these guys really enjoy consuming our products, but what they also like is that, everybody has some obstacles during their entire life or even during the day. And many times you need to push yourself to go for extra mile, to go at least, to go for a training after the working hours. So it's kind of the message that we are giving is bite me to all these obstacles. It's like, yeah, you have to have the attitude. We say that our products are energy with attitude, and that's it. This is the reason why they really like it. But also your children can consume it, just to be clear.
Yeah, because
they taste good.
You're not putting caffeine in it, and you're not putting like some dopamine.
No.
No, listen, it's really cool. I like this because right now you mentioned some obstacles. And one of the biggest obstacles right now, because of 2020, we missed one huge sporting event. It's called
Mm,
Olympics, right?
mm,
And it's a huge deal in the sporting community, but also pandemic didn't affect just this kind of huge stuff. It affect little guys. Like even if I wanted to go to the gym, which I didn't, but if I wanted to go to the gym, I couldn't go to the gym. I'm not
yeah,
against the gyms. I'm just like
against going to the gym.
yeah. By the way, I walk every day for like 40 minutes, so that's my like. I like to walk. You can get me on the treadmill to walk for 40 minutes, but give me a road and 40 minutes and I'm gonna walk it. So, but this pandemic was a little big obstacle for everybody in the sporting, everybody in the business, everybody in the financial sector, marketing sector
Mm.
and section. Did it hit you in any way?
Well, the funny thing is that I cannot say if this hit our sales because we started the
Hmm.
brand last year. So it's kind of, we just picked the right year to start, Um,
Which
and
year are we gonna start? When the sport events are closed, let's
so
sell the balls for Sorry, but I want to say, like, I had a few guests that also like just started then, and I was like, oh my
yeah,
god. Yeah.
we run into a lot of closed doors. There were some companies, they ordered the products, they paid the products, they picked up the products, and they were not able to sell them because their shops were closed. So this obviously had a negative effect on the whole sporting industry. And I see it in all the markets where we are in connection with the partners. And to be honest, nobody has any expectations anymore because they learned that last year when the COVID showed up, everybody was thinking, okay, when the spring comes, when the summer comes, everything will be cool, and afterwards we will all be happy, and nobody will remember COVID. But the story is completely different. With all these lockdowns going up and down from market to market, the people and the industry have suffered a lot. Nobody doesn't know what to expect.
Mm.
People are spending less money. They obviously need to have some activities because otherwise they are really negatively affecting on their health and overall physical appearance at the end. But nobody doesn't know what will happen, and this is the reason why everything is moving with a lot of thinking, with a lot of how to say, cautious steps. So it's not like the guys say, "Oh wow, you have great products. Let us start selling them," because nobody knows what will happen. Anyhow, we are compensating this with pushing the online sales, with a lot of marketing activities, with working with the ambassadors. So it's kind of we are doing everything what we can to find the ways how to get the best out of this crisis.
You mentioned like right now e-commerce, and you mentioned before that you're in Tush, which is for people who don't know, this is a big shopping mall conglomerate in Slovenia, which is a little bit more pro-West than Croatia. Well, more people are there trying different stuff than maybe in Croatia, but you see that there is kind of that kind of a uptrend with the health food and everything. You mentioned you are in a DM, which is the area market, which is actually a Austrian company here in Croatia and in the companies here. So do you have like, if anybody is watching this and listening to this, option for just go to your webpage? I saw what there is, but you can a little bit explain a little bit more, probably, how to maybe shop there, or go to your affiliate, or go to your kind of partner sites and order this, or maybe they're already part of some kind of a gym. with some kind of a subscription service there. Maybe they can have direct contact to you, ask for you, or something like that.
Mhm. This is your part, actually.
Oh,
I need to challenge him a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, as you mentioned, we have our own web shop. There you can find our mix box and boxes, display boxes where you can buy packages of our bars. So basically, our partners are here more, so you can have the option where you can test the products, where you can buy like one piece of each. And on our web, you have like beneficial if you buy a display box. So you have free shippings. Often we have some promotion for our loyal buyers. So that's the part. But we are expanding this affiliate program and online through partners web shops, and hopefully we will enter also Amazon really soon. So um, we will see.
Yeah, now when Luka mentioned that Amazon contacted us, asking us that they would like to offer our products on the Amazon DE and actually trying to cover the big part of the Europe. We are still discussing with them because at the end it's always understanding how you can work with the partner, and when you are a small brand or just a startup like we are and working with the giants like Amazon, it's not always to find the right formula, because for them you are really minor player. And in the phase when we are building up the brand awareness, it's really crucial for us that all the steps that we do are made with a let's call it passion and love to our brand. So this is the part where we are discussing with Amazon, should we do it or not. Otherwise, there are other marketplaces and other partners, mostly distributors that work on the marketplaces, where pretty soon we will have the offers so that across the Europe you will be able to order the products easily, meaning that the shipping costs wouldn't be high if there's a need that you pay them. As Luka was mentioning, it's always the best that you go to our retailer partners to buy a single product just to try to see what do you prefer. Otherwise, you can order a mix box because on the web shop we are selling the display boxes, which are always having 20 products inside. So yeah, that's it in short terms, I would say. If you have any more questions, just go to our Facebook or Instagram, make some messages or some notes, and Luka will answer it. So he likes when people text him in 2 a.m. or these crazy times, he's always awake and speaking with the consumers.
Yeah, ready for chit chat.
Well, I'm gonna post every single stuff about you, so from LinkedIn to the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I don't know what else you have. We're gonna find something for you else. You have to be on the Vero social network as well, and you have to be right. Everybody's on the TikTok, so you have to have some bars falling on the TikToks, or bars. You should make a bar called TikTok. Yeah, it's cool.
I agree. Yeah.
And what I love about startups is that, hence the startup rant that I'm doing now, is that I like to rant about, I like to talk about startups and things like that. But not everything is about sales. Like, not everything is about raising money. There is a part with the team. You have to have a good team. You have to have a good relationship, and of course, it's easier for you too because you've been fighting all your life as a brother. So fighting in the business space is not, it's gonna be blue. No, it's gonna be green, you brother. I have two sisters, so but I don't do business with them. I don't know why. So congrats on that. But I heard interesting rumor about your company. That when every time when you hire somebody, you actually try to get them, or you do get them, to try to make every single bar in a lab, to make the bar, like, I wouldn't say chocolate bar, Energy bar. It's a bar. I don't know what I would like to come there and try to make it because I like Jamie Oliver and Gordon Ramsay, but I'm not good in cooking. My wife can attest to that. But like it's a really cool bonding experience. Can you elaborate? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just hearing rumors. I don't know.
It's the truth actually. So there's
All
nothing,
right.
there's no rumor behind it, but it's now when you said it, it sounds like romantic, poetic. It's kind of wow, these guys are great. They have
Yeah. Well.
excellent team building skills, etc. But no, the thing is that we were suffering. We were suffering producing handmade products for 2 years, and I want that every single new member.
You lost your hair on over it.
I lost my hair. There was a rule: you shouldn't have any hair because otherwise it can fall into your products. So I said, okay, it's better to be bold than affecting the products, so the product quality. And so here we are. We are pushing our comrades to mix the bars to understand how suffering how suffering it is when you produce it, and then they will not ask me, can it be cheaper? No, it cannot. Yeah, that's the truth.
Okay, so that's true. Okay, I like that rumor. I like actually stuff because you can buy a I don't know how many seats on the table in the most expensive restaurant and get a team building there. But this experience that I hear right now, it's like if somebody goes there and says like, if I cannot put this nut in this bite me bar, I'm just gonna leave it. Then that's not guy or woman or I wouldn't say child because you don't produce in the China. So I have to put a little bit joke because you said you're working with the big companies, and we know that many companies like to outsource, but you actually don't outsource. Where do you build this product? Everything is here in Croatia, right? Or
No, this is something what's changed in the past. So we were doing
oh,
everything. Yeah, we were doing everything here locally, but with the requirements which we had for the production, it was not possible to find the suitable production here. So we needed to outsource it. The production itself, the formulations and everything related to the development of the product is here inside of our laboratories where we have the Petra. She's sitting just behind the screen. Petra is responsible for the product development as a food technologist and nutritionist, and the production we outsource. But on long-term run, if we continue with the path like it is right now, we plan to establish a factory here in Croatia. So we already have the people who are skillful enough to be supporting the production. We are already checking all the requirements, the land, the facilities, the machinery. So this is something what is, I hope it would happen in 3 or 4 years.
beautiful. And you know what? I'm just gonna ask this. It's a little strange question. Like, no, it's not a strange question. When you look at the bars, when you look at everything, but all my questions are strange,
Better you said it than I.
Yeah, well, self puns, those are rare, but I make them all the time. So, so when I was doing some business in LA, I was doing some business in Idaho, and it was like really cool when I could go to the local shop, like really, really some kind of little shop, and I would find products from Croatia like Crush. Or Ivar from Podravka or something like that. Do you see yourself like somebody will say like because in those shops that would be like in a foreign section because of course
Yeah.
that's nothing strange there, but you would still find this kind of products and you would be like surprised like finding them there. And do you see yourself as some brand or something that's foreign to the whole world, or you actually see yourself as whole world brand, because I see that. I see when I go to the site, when I see what you're producing, and I have here what you're producing, and it really tastes amazingly good. And I'm like, this is something that will not be just confined to the. It's coming from the little country, but it will be like, Rimac right now with his cars, electric cars. It's come from Croatia, but it's like supercars, hypercars, electric cars that's mentioned all over the world. Like, it's a car. It's not Croatian car. Do you have this kind of a struggle right now? Because you mentioned like Petra, you mentioned people that are in your team. Your team is building this. Everything is just focused on that. You have a marketing, you have a business acumen. It's really, really rising up to that kind of a level that where this could be a huge brand. Or I mentioned this because of the startup ecosystem. You know how somebody bigger can come and buy you, or you are going to expand and become big. Do you
Well, yeah, I
could
get
you
your.
like a little, you don't have, I don't need your 5 years business plan, but what do you feel that this could be? I don't know
Well,
what.
I can give you the facts actually.
Okay,
So
cool.
the facts are that we are selling in 5 countries right now across Europe. By the end of the year, I expect that we will be positioned in 10 to 15 different markets across Europe. We are getting requests from all around the world, so, from South Korea, from African countries, from Emirates, and actually we already have some interesting contacts from the States, where the companies that are into our field of business, they already tried the products, they like the brand, they like the how to say it, the energy that is behind. It's something which is refreshing to them, and this is what we see that is quite good potential for having established global brand. On the other hand, we also, what we did last year, we were participating in some of the fairs and some of the product elections, and that gave us the opportunity to be presented across the world. For example, there is the biggest world trade show related to the sport industry called ISPO. Every year they select the top 30 startups or the top 30 projects. You don't need to be a startup, you just need to have some innovation.
Okay.
And for this year, they selected us in top 30. So this is, this fair has, this is where GoPro camera started. This year, among the top 30, there was Adidas with their some Terex innovations. It's not that we are speaking about small companies competing on this.
Yeah.
It's giants, and we are there in top 30. Then last year there was another association called ESNA. This is the association which is related to the sport nutrition world, and every year they are selecting the best products across the globe. And there is a special category which is for best vegan sport nutrition products. And we were there in the finals. We are elected as top 5 vegan nutrition products for the sport people. So it's kind of with these recognitions, we are achieving the visibility, and this is why the foreign partners are contacting us and trying to get the products into their market. So yeah,
And
hopefully we go global.
yeah, well, with what you just mentioned, it's like already going global. And I like what you mentioned right now, because I didn't want to tap into that until a little bit later. And this is now the later. Vegan, gluten-free, and vegetarian is the terms that are right now all over the places and all over the spaces in the internet right now. But actually, your bars are not just putting those names there as a name. They actually
Yeah, yeah, we actually deliver what we say. Yeah, all the products
exactly.
are all the products are organic. They have absolutely no additives, no added sugar, no kind of the syrups. They are gluten free. Every single batch of the production we test for gluten, which is not really something that the companies are likely to do, saving the costs. For us, it's saving the lives. So this is the different mindset we have. Many times we have these discussions about should our product be cheaper. Yeah, if you like to have the cheaper product, then you need to do some compromises. We are not the ones that are going to do that.
You know what I like to say? I like to say, like always to people, you can easily add sugar, but to remove it, it's a little bit more harder.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah.
So that's why I didn't want to mention that in the beginning. Like, when you start a conversation with something like that, people are pro or against, they have their own kind of, opposite sides. And I don't like that in a conversation. I like to explain what the company is doing, or especially if it's in the food, like you are, or something like that. Then we can actually mention the benefits and not just benefits. To someone, this is not a benefit. This could be a bad stuff, right? They don't want to eat that. So that's beautiful. Don't eat it. But in the beginning, I don't want to, put the sour taste in the mouth. But in the end, bite me. So,
Exactly.
Let's focus now a little bit about startups. We're in the end because I like to keep this short and cool, because I'm doing this for myself and I'm riding the bus and tram to the work. I like to listen to something that's like 1 hour long or something like that. So for the startups, because you're a little company in a little country, but you're doing a global reach and your global kind of a stuff. Do you have any advice for the people? Because you mentioned in the talk, you mentioned like nobody listened to you in the beginning. If somebody would like just say, I'm just giving up right now.
My first advice would be don't do it.
And that's Fox. This is the end.
To be honest, we did it all in. And there was a moment when I said to my brother, okay, we have the money for 1 more month. And after that, I will look to your eyes and saying to you, sorry, you will not get the salary. You are fired. I'm fired. And that's it. So that was really happening. And we were constantly on the edge, pushing our vision, and I would say failing a lot because starting in country like Croatia, where people have always the struggle with money, they are not really highly educated about the health related to the food you consume. So it's kind of here the main motivation around the food is always the money, or at least for the majority of the people. And that was not really the easy environment to start a startup like this. But we knew that this is a trend that is rising, that it will come strong, and that if we speak to the right people and present to them that we are capable of putting the product on the global scale, not on local one, if we manage to prove them that we know how to do the marketing, how to do the packaging, how to do everything what is related to our industry, then probably we will get some money. And that's what happened. Luckily, we haven't searched far away. The investment came from Slovenia, which is pretty close, from a Slovenian company called Medex, which is a family-owned, 60 years old company specialized in natural products. They focus on bee-based products, like propolis, gelée royale. So they focus on immunity and beauty products, but they were understanding our vision. And like ourselves, they also wanted to spread globally. So we managed to find a good match between us. And now this sounds like, wow, they had luck. No, it was not luck. It was just understanding what we are doing and understanding to whom we need to approach to be able to sell our story. And this is what I would always recommend to all the guys who want to do a startup, is to really understand what you are offering, what is your promise to the end consumers, but also what is the promise to your investors or to your partners, because everybody has a weak point, or we call it push the button moment. So you just need to find the right button and to understand where to focus your energy.
That's beautiful said. For all the startups, for all the people, for all the guys and gals that trying to start something right now, they could be petrified. They could be scared of what's there, And of course, some of them could even be a little bit delusional. What's there, Well, there's, I watched the Silicon Valley, and it's a good show, and I'm gonna get millions for I don't know what, But there are these kind of stories that say that even from small countries like our and the countries around ourselves, we can strive and we can rise and we can create something. This is beautiful. So thank you for your cooperation today and talk about your beautiful startup, about Bite Me. It's kind of how do you, when you present that, do you go like, this is a startup call, you are Bite Me, or you're like, this is a startup, bite me, it's kind of.
It depends. It depends to whom we are speaking. There was now I remember I did some post on the LinkedIn, and there was some guy presenting himself like an excellent sales guy looking for a job. And his comment was, did these guys look into the deeper meaning of word bite me? Maybe they are not just, the post was in direction like we are not intelligent enough to understand what we said. Oh. And I was thinking to him, okay, maybe this is why you are an excellent sales guy looking for a job,
Keep saying yourself, it's not going good.
Yeah. So in any case, the bite me is a really interesting concept where to anyone that pisses us off, we have a nice word to them, and whoever needs to have some motivation and doesn't want to be upset with this type of the persons which are sitting on his back, he has also the nice words that he can put together and saying something which will cheer up his day. So bite me.
Beautiful. Thank you. I feel honored. So I'm gonna bite into this little candy bar here with lavender inside.
Yeah, it's better idea.
And I'm gonna go edit this podcast. And I'm really glad that you being guests here today, the both of you.
It was a pleasure.
And I hope we'll talk again. And have another huge episode when either you buy sneakers or sneakers buys you, or you're in the same row on the shelf. Because we know how they do that. You have to pay a big money to be on the shelves, on those shelves in the stores. If you have any last words right now, except bite me.
No, the definitely the more positive way you put it is bite into the bite me bar, So guys, it was pleasure chatting with you. I hope we will see each other again in better terms, I guess, after the COVID. Let's stay in touch.
Excellent. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.